What's up, guys? My name is Kevin Anikowski with Time, Knowledge, Power, and I am here to show you how I've actually been getting free Starbucks for probably about 8 to 10 months now. And if you notice, I'm actually here at Starbucks right now, and it's the Starbucks at Streets of Woodfield. Let's see if you can see any more of it. This is honestly my favorite place to go, like all day, every day, if I can. Anyways, so to get into it, the first thing that you have to do is you have to have the Starbucks app, which gives you the gold card, and the gold card allows you to have free refills after $100. So that is absolutely imperative. The next thing is that you got to have a cup. No one's going to give you a cup and give you free coffee just by like hitting on them or something like that, and that's not what you're going to do, nor do I do that. What you're going to do is you're going to have about a third of coffee. So the first tactic is actually how to get coffee for free, like immediately when you walk in the door. Okay, and so the first tactic, you have to have about a third a cup of coffee filled. It could have been from the last day, it could have been from earlier that day, it could have been from another Starbucks, whatever. So you go in and you say, hey, I drink my coffee really slow. It's cold. Do you mind warming it up? And the nice thing is, everyone at Starbucks is like super nice. They make sure that they hire very nice people. So for the most part, they'll give you blonde roast, dark roast, medium roast, whatever you ask for. Possibly tea. I don't actually do it with tea. I do it with coffee only. But the more specific you can be, the better it is. So like, hey, so I kind of drink coffee slow. It got a little cold. Do you mind warming it up for me? You can just put in some pike or put in some blonde roast or whatever. So the problem is, I love blonde roast. That is my absolute favorite. But blonde roast is only on pour over after about noon. So how do you do it then? You got to get an entire cup full and for free. So here's how you do this. You go into the Starbucks and you stay there for about 15 to 25 minutes so that they start to recognize that you're there, and they can think to themselves, hey, maybe someone else served them when you walk up. Okay, so you're going to walk up. You don't need anything in here. You just need at least some coffee having been residual so they know that there's coffee in the cup. And you walk up, you got to wait for them to recognize you. And as soon as they do, when they walk up to the stand, like, what do you want? You know, recognize you. You say, can I get some more blonde roast? And then you proceed without even giving them a chance to respond, as if you're finishing it off. So like act as if, because there's a little bit too much coffee for me to do this, but like act as if you're like finishing off the very last of it. Okay, because now they think that A, you've been drinking it recently because it's warm, B, you said more, so they're going to give you more of some, so it's a refill, and C, I really think there's only A and B. This is whatever. Okay, so when you do that, you can get a full pour over with a blonde roast, whatever time of day it is. Sometimes they'll ask, like, hey, were you here before? You can choose to lie and say, yes, you were. You got served not too long ago. You can choose not to. That's completely up to your discretion. Now, here's another tip. Let's say you want to walk in there immediately and get coffee, but you don't really want to have the last residual third that's in there from, like, let's say the day before. Maybe you're like, ugh, that's gross. I don't want that. So what you do is the first tactic. You walk in there and you get the third and you have them fill it up for free. And then here's the trick. You go away for about a minute or two. You can choose to dump it, choose not to. It's up to you. And you come back and you say, hey, I didn't really like this coffee. Do you mind giving me some more? And now, I haven't really done this many times because I haven't needed to. I'm usually pretty content with day-old coffee. Maybe you find that gross, whatever. But when you go about doing that, they will then proceed to fill up your entire cup, and now you have free coffee with that. Okay? So I actually am about to do a video on how to get Chipotle for $1 or $2. So if that interests you, check it out. I highly recommend it. Otherwise, my name is Kevin Anikowski with Time, Knowledge, Power, and hopefully you can now get free Starbucks coffee. And remember, you got to get the app. If you don't have it, get the app. Gold card, free refills. It's an absolute necessity. That's about it.